Hello, jazz hands. Sorry. My name is Donja Putnam, and I am a property manager. I've been a property manager my entire career, almost 30 years now. I have been on site, I've been a regional, I've been a director of marketing, I've been a compliance manager, and I just want to share some lessons in leadership and property management that I've learned over the course of my career. So hopefully you'll find something helpful to take with you. And today I want to talk about things that can affect your communication in a negative way. And the point is not to bring you down, it's just to make you aware of a couple things that might be affecting your communication with your coworkers, your direct reports, and your residents. So these 4 things. The first one is assumptions. We all make assumptions when we walk into a conversation. We assume what the other person knows. We assume the outcome of the conversation. We assume how things are going to go. And as a leader, it's really important to not make assumptions. So you assume that your direct reports know what's going on, or they have the same knowledge that you do, and you've been there a lot longer, then you're going to find yourself having difficulty in conversations with them because you're assuming too much. With residents, if you assume they know what you know as a property manager, they know how a air conditioner works, and you're talking to them as if they know how an air conditioner works, that assumption is going to get you in trouble. So be aware of your own assumptions, be aware of assumptions that other people might be making about you. The second, and this happens a lot with property managers because we deal with people from all over the world, all different types of people raised in all different kind of backgrounds, is cultural perceptions, cultural points of view. Sometimes people from different cultures think of things differently when they come into the conversation with you. I'll give you an example of when I was on site. I had someone who was bound and determined to negotiate the rent, and we didn't negotiate rent. That's a fair housing issue. We offer the same rent for the same apartment for everyone that walks in the door. And this person's culture, everyone negotiated the rent. Rent has to be negotiated. Negotiable? I can't say it, but it has to be that. And it wasn't. And that was a cultural point of view that I had to overcome with my conversation with them in order to rent them an apartment. The third situation to be aware of is trust. Does the person trust you? Do you trust the person? And this is especially important for your direct reports, the people that report to you. If they do not trust you, if they do not know in their hearts that you are 100% committed to their success, 100% on their team, 100% backing them, then they're not going to trust you as much as you need them to in order to lead them. If your residents don't trust you, if you have told your residents you'll do something, failed to do it, boop, you broke that trust, you're going to tell them something and they're not going to believe you. So trust definitely affects the conversation a lot, and you need to be aware of, do you trust the person? Does the person trust you? And then the fourth thing that can affect your communication is emotional baggage. So we all bring with us whatever happened that day to the office when we come in to talk to one another and to residents especially. So I think a lot of what's going on site today has to do with the residents having emotional baggage. I don't know, it's always on their shoulders for me. They have a lot here, and you have emotional baggage. So we've collectively been through a very traumatic few years with a lot going on, a lot of change, which is stress. And that's kind of weighing on us. And the world is going a little bit crazy. Let's be honest. Things just seem weird. It doesn't seem the same as it was before. So with all that stacked up here, and then your dog poops on the carpet, you have to clean that up before you come to work, and your kid will not get their backpack and put their shoes on, and your mom is in the hospital, and you can't find your cell phone charger. So all these things bring baggage to the conversation that you don't know about. And I think with residents specifically, this happens a lot where you're not privy to their personal lives to a certain extent. and they bring that to the conversation. So their sink handle broke. The intensity with which they approach you about their sink handle is all the emotional baggage that they've had that day. And it's just one more thing that broke, and you're the person in front of them when they just lose their crap. So think about this when you're having conversations, not only with your residents, but also with your employees, because that employee relationships can sometimes be a little bit challenging as well. Let me know what you think. Like, did your dog poop on the rug in the morning? Yes, he did. That kind of makes your day start out poopy.